been suggested that if we change the facial interface of our Reverb G2s for a slightly shallower one, it will increase our field of view, our sweet spot, and our overall edge-to-edge clarity. Now, whilst this is true, before you all run out and buy one of these suggested interfaces, I can't think which one it was off of now. Was it off of the Lenovo? I can't remember. It was MRTV that suggested it. Whichever other headset it's off of, it's for some reason has escaped me now. Before you rush out and buy that, there's a very simple test to do to make sure that it's worth you spending your hard-earned before you do. Because what that is effectively doing is obviously just bringing our eyes closer to the lenses. The valve index, for example, has an adjuster that allows the lenses to move in and out, or it might even be the whole headset in and out, to do just this. And the closer it is to your eyes, the wider your field of view, the bigger the sweet spot and the bigger the overall area that's clear and in focus is. Right up to the point where your eyes, excuse me, or your eyelashes touch the lenses. And of course, at that point, you've gone just a little bit too far. Now, for people that wear glasses, changing the facial interface for the slimmer one probably isn't the best idea anyway. But if we look at the facial interface of the G2, it is quite deep. And it looks like there would be a reasonable amount of room to sort of shrink that forwards a little bit. But if we actually look, I mean, I can't really show you this, but if you look sort of at an angle in like this and squish the foam all the way down, you can actually see that the lens is only maybe a mil or two below the level of where you squish the foam to. So a very simple test to see whether buying this other facial interface is a good idea or not is to simply put it on and push it as hard as you can against your face. Literally, so you're squashing all that foam there to close it down, to get it as close to your eyes as possible. Now, if you see a noticeable increase in field of view or in clarity, then perhaps by all means go ahead, buy the other facial interface, because it may well be that you benefit from it. For me, I didn't really notice enough of a difference. I mean, a tiny little bit, I suppose, just a fraction bigger, but not enough for me to go and spend some money on a different facial interface for it. And also there's some speculation about light leakage from this other facial interface as well, because it is obviously as yet untested apart from by MRTV. So yeah, just before you spend your money, grab your headset, fire it up, push it as hard as you can to your face, or do the straps up as hard as you can. Yeah, that's what I did to try and then I actually pushed some more on the front as well, just to really get it as close to my eyes as I can. Now I can't get it close enough that it touches my eyes or even my eyelashes. So, you know, there must be a little bit of wiggle room there, a little bit of play where I could go shallower on the facial interface. But it won't be by a lot, because as I say, if you hold it like this and you look in and you squish your foam, you'll see that you can pretty much almost get it flush with the front of the lenses. So that means your forehead, you know, this bit here where your eyebrow is going to be almost flush with the lenses. And if your eyelashes, this is such a funny video to do. If your why am I talking about eyelashes? If your it's not a makeup channel. If your eyelashes are almost, you know, flush with your eyebrows and that part of your forehead, then you know you're pretty much on those lenses anyway. So at that point, if you don't see a huge difference in field of view, in sweet spot, size, or in overall clarity, I'd probably save my money and not worry about it. Obviously, you're welcome to do what you want, but I thought, you know, a few people sort of suggested this in the comments of my final review, and I had already seen it because I do watch MRTV stuff. Some of it's quite interesting. Yeah, and also in my own testing, I'd already pushed it as hard to my face as I could and done the straps up as hard as I could, because it's a logical step towards increase. Just like if you hold it further away, everything looks smaller. The opposite happens when you put it closer together. But yeah, there we go. That's my 2 pence worth on that. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, take it easy.